Hi, dear viewers, travelers, you're welcome to Shadows once more. It's a pleasure to be with you this Friday evening. Another lovely journey with a lot of reflections and pointings, upliftings, elevations, and thought-provoking issues to uplift and strengthen us in what we call the spiritual therapeutic journey for the elevation inwards. My name is EMMANUEL CHIANGONG. I am a clinical psychologist, a mind-body therapist, and a beauty consultant. I am your host. Un plaisir d'être avec vous ce vendredi soir. Nous sommes sur le bateau Shadows. Et bienvenue dans des réflexions, des partages et dans ce voyage spirituel en même temps thérapeutique avec l'objectif de vivre le mieux possible cette vie sur la terre avec plein de lumière pour nous et pour ceux qui nous entourent. Shadows, shadows, shadows. Where are you? Here I am. I am shadow. I am shadow. I am in you. I am with you. I am visible. I am invisible. Everyone, everything has a shadow. It grows and matures with us as the day moves and changing in lengths and in angles. From birth to death, my shadow stays with me, appearing and disappearing. When I am invisible, I'm under you, and we call this midday. When I am longest, I'm impressive, and we call this dawn or twilight. The shadow is that part of us, that part of our story and memory we are not proud of, that part of our experience we are not very comfortable. The shadow and as well be that element of pride, contempt, and arrogance we ignore or are not aware of. The shadow is the gift, the talent, the blessings you have you're not proud of, you're not able to bring to the world. The shadow can as well be that shade under the tree, that safe space, that shoulder on which you lean to hide away from the storms of the day or the heat of the midday sun, to be able to gather steam and go back on the offensive. And the shadow as well is that peace that passes all understanding, which is so available yet you cannot see. It is that which haunts us, it scares us, it makes us shiver, revealing our doubts, fears, and uncertainties. Shadow, you make us question our outcome. You are really hard to bear at times. We resign and surrender to you as we realize shadows will always be there with us. Whenever you have the shadow, know the light is close by. We only have the dark because there is the light. The shadow is the product of the light. When you have the shadow, look to the opposite and you will see the light. Don't look to the shadow. Don't look to your pain. Look to the wisdom, the grace that comes on the other side of the pain. Ask your pain to lead you to the light that changes your life. Ask your pain to lead you to the light that changes your life. Bring us your shadow. Bring in your shadow. Finally, let them come to rest. Finally, let them build a purpose in your life. Let my shadow be, let your shadow be, let our shadow be, and smile. It's a pleasure to share with you the journey to victory. How many of you are claiming victory? What is your victory all about? What are you victorious in? And how does your victory meet your purpose? And how does your victory put a smile on the faces of those that are around you? On va parler de victoire. Le victoire. Vous avez gagné quoi? C'est la victoire de quoi? Vous avez vaincu qui? Est-ce qu'il y a un vainqueur à chaque fois qu'il y a une victoire? Votre victoire apporte quoi dans votre vie? Et votre victoire apporte quoi dans la vie de ceux qui vous entourent? We are called today to see victory from every perspective. This means changing our mindset to recognize the victory as a spiritual triumph, not just a worldly success. It means trusting in a higher power, focusing on faith over fear. Believing that difficult situations are temporary and can lead to growth. Si votre victoire ne regarde pas une perspective holistique, une victoire qui reconnaît la dominance spirituelle sur le matériel et le terrestre, il ne sera pas une victoire dans l'esprit de notre débat aujourd'hui. Il s'agit de croire qu'il y a une puissance plus élevée qui est basée sur la foi et pas sur la peur. Est-ce que votre victoire met la peur autour de vous? On doit croire que toute situation est temporaire. victoire ou vainqueur. Vaincu ou vainqueur, celui qui a vaincu aussi celui qu'on a vaincu. Et donc, il est temporaire, votre célébration, parce que toute situation pénible ou difficile apporte aussi une grâce, une opportunité pour la croissance. This victory from all perspectives is a holistic and well-rounded of triumph that considers success in multiple interconnected areas of life, not just a single win. Alors ta victoire devait toucher les différents paramètres de notre existence, ce qu'on appelle l'équilibre du bien-être humain. This is a mindset that emphasizes balance and fulfillment across the mental, the emotional, spiritual, physical, and relational aspects of a person's existence. Ta victoire doit apporter à toi, il doit apporter à ceux qui sont autour d'eux une victoire sur le plan mental, émotionnel, spirituel, physique, relationnel. Ça doit être une victoire qui te rend beaucoup plus équilibré, beaucoup plus détendu, beaucoup plus épanoui. Est-ce que c'est le cas? Vous êtes épanoui, vous êtes détendu, ou vous êtes dans l'hystérie? And the well-being of others in the pursuit of your victory. Cette victoire est acquise lorsque le bien-être de tous les autres est garanti dans cette chasse à la victoire. It's a potential for a pyrrhic victory. The cost of achieving victory can be so high that it is not worth it. On va parler de la victoire pyrrhique. C'est le roi d'Épirus qui avait gagné contre les Romains et après pensé que c'était trop d'efforts pour rien. Est-ce que votre victoire est ce type de victoire? Is your victory a pyrrhic victory? Potential consequences are burnout, anxiety, depression. Lorsque cette victoire est à tout prix, les conséquences, c'est le burnout, l'anxiété, la dépression. Il y a l'érosion de la croyance, la confiance est érodée, votre intégrité et réputation est complètement abîmée. There's erosion of trust, and your integrity is completely damaged. There are poor decisions that are made from the lack of critical thinking skills, because sometimes we rush into the victory at all costs. The release of dopamine by brain brings in pleasure, motivation, and pushes you to repeat the process because you think there was some satisfaction at the achievement. But the consequences build up at the back of the door and will just descend on you. You depend on external motivation and the clapping of those who cheer you forward. And of course, you forget that you were supposed to have your motivation from inside, from the gratitude, from an inner motivation that brings you intrinsic well-being when you succeed, when you are the victor. When it comes from external dependence, each time the need comes from external, each time the gratification doesn't come from the external, you feel yourself pushed to move forward to attain more victories, and it becomes an obsession and a vicious cycle. As we reflect on this introduction, let us have the jingle and we go further to see what the brain and the world of psychology says about victory. Jingle. As we reflect further in victory, we ask, does your victory bring you balance, fulfillment at the mental, emotional, and spiritual, physical, and relational levels of your person and your life? Can you keep your gates open wide to celebrate your victory with everyone that walks in without any controls of identity? From the emotional level, how good is your sleep? How comfortable are you with the looks of the common man in your neighborhood? Are you under the protection of your community with your victory, or you are under the protection of hired guards and mercenaries? Are you under any form of fear? Do you have inner peace? Can happiness around you, can the cries, the pain, and the sadness around you have any relationship with your victory? What about the mourning, the wailing, the gnashing of teeth? Is it anyway related to it? Au fur et à mesure que vous célébrez votre victoire, parle-moi un peu de votre accomplissement, bien-être au niveau mental, émotionnel, spirituel, physique et dans vos relations interpersonnelles en ce qui concerne ta vie et ta personne. Parle-moi un peu, est-ce qu'on peut entrer dans votre conception, traverser les barrières, fêter votre victoire avec vous sans que vous vérifiez les identités des invités? Montre-moi un peu, sur le plan de vue émotionnel, comment est votre sommeil, votre paix intérieure? Est-ce que le regard de tout ce qui vous entoure, l'homme ordinaire dans votre environnement, dans votre quartier, vous met à l'aise ou mal à l'aise? Votre protection et votre suivi dépend de qui? Des personnes que vous avez engagées comme des mercenaires ou des gardes-corps, ou votre protection est entre les mains de votre communauté. Regardez autour de vous et posez la question, est-ce que les pleurs, les angoisses, les tristesses et les lamentations ont quelque chose à faire avec votre victoire? Il est très important de réfléchir un peu sur celui qui veut gagner à tout prix. Winning at all cost mindset from the psychological point of view and mental processes suggesting a focus on the effort and on the outcome to the detriment of others. We are not conscious of the cost of our victory. The mental process involved can be cognitive dissonance and the sunk cost effect. Il y a la dissonance cognitive lorsqu'on est tellement emporté par la victoire à tout prix. Et nous avons ce qu'on appelle l'effet du coût irrécupérable. Donc l'erreur de coût irrécupérable, c'est le concept d'effet de dépenses qui n'ont rien à faire avec les résultats que tu vas avoir. À force de dépenser sur le plan psychologique, financier, physique, intellectuel, mental, ainsi de suite, vous dites finalement que je ne peux pas laisser tomber, je dois le réussir à tout prix. Mais après, quand vous allez rentrer avec ce trophée, vous allez constater que ça ne fait pas de la peine, ça ne valait pas la peine. You invest blindly to a failure and you keep going on without looking at the cost. Here, individuals value more the effort they have invested than the desired outcome. This leads to negative consequences. We are talking of burnout, anxiety, erosion of your integrity, and even tendencies for oppression. There is the self-perception theory that brings us to extreme efforts to victory. And there is the lack of meta-cognitive awareness, which is we go blindly without examining, taking time back, a step back to gain awareness on what we are doing or listening to others' opinion. Il y a bien sûr la théorie de l'auto-perception qui est complètement bafouée. Cet aspect d'examiner, prendre du recul, comme un bon peintre, examiner si les coups de pinceau vont dans le sens que nous voulons effectivement. On est aveuglé par le rage de réussite que de temps en temps, on peut ignorer autant de dommages qui est causé sur les chemins, des conséquences plus tard qui sera très difficile pour nous de porter. Let us not focus so much on the outcome, ignoring or being regardless of the methods we use or the consequences. Disregard for ethical boundaries become the commonplace and there is abuse of justice and the well-being of others. Lorsqu'on est dans cette dynamique, automatiquement, même si nous ne voulons pas, il y aura l'abus de la justice et le bien-être des autres. And then, of course, this is not what a healthy, balanced mind is supposed to be having in their minds. It is not what they win or the live and let live concept of a healthy society wants from us. Let us make sure that the quest for victory doesn't become a do or die to the point where we are blind to even our consciences that are coming to us as a form of awareness and carried away by external acclamations and recognitions. It is a sign of psychological imbalance. As we reflect and meditate on the sharing, we will get through the jingle and this little song that will pamper us into the messages of the wise and the spiritually elevated. A little jingle, please. Let the little uneasy lies the heads we call grey head, and long hairs are the nights they leave. He can make a picture with his stone, giving realities of ideas in space. He can make a picture with his stone and realities of ideas in space. We just few of us know. He's got no name without a face, without a sign or even a race. He's the teacher that makes us real in a counterfeit background. He has got the power to tune every mind, while the greatest books relieves his cells. As the words rush to his lips' desire, they make the greatest prose the queen never knew. He believes in the virtues of a man, like the breezes that clean our streets to help the evil one. He's got no name without a face, with a silence you'd love to keep, an identity that knows no frontiers, affections with a name. Just when I heard of your movement, I surely knew you'll have some fun. Surely you'll have much fun wherever you have yourself. Oh, just when I think of your movements, I surely knew you'll make it great. Surely you'd make it great wherever you find yourself. That's what I got to say. He's got no name without a face, without a smile or even a race. He's the teacher, the teacher, the teacher that makes us real in a counterfeit background. Hey, 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 hey. Uneasy lies the heads we call grey head, and longer hairs are the nights they live. When the greats fall away from our society, are they replaced by other greats or by the mean, by the lowly? You know, the desert was once a forest. As the baobab trees left, it were replaced by shrubs and later by grass, and we ended up in a desert. Are we heading for a desert? As the grades are falling in our community, are they being replaced by other grades or by shrubs? Because the desert may not be far away. Lorsque les costauds, les baobabs tombent, est-ce qu'ils sont remplacés par les bambous et les herbes? C'est comme ça que la forêt est devenue un désert. True victory comes from God's power and not from triumph over other people. La vraie victoire, c'est une grâce de Dieu. Ce n'est pas le fait de triompher sur les autres. John 5:4, as you hear God's words, harden not your hearts. Victory that conquers the world is our faith. The victory that conquers the world is our faith. This is a spiritual victory over sin and evil, not a physical or social one over other people. In 2 Corinthians 12:9-10 says, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. In Corinthians 15:57, the ultimate victory over sin and death was won by Jesus Christ, and we share in this victory through him. Thanks be to God, he gives us the victory through our Lord Jesus Christ. We remember the victory of Herod that made him so proud that he was struck by the angel because he did not give grace to God. He did not give glory to God, but he took it unto himself. He was struck by the angel and he was eaten by worms. This is in Acts 12:20-23. We have the wisdom of Ralph Waldo Emerson, the American philosopher. He believes true success comes from cultivating one's own character and principles, not from harming others for personal gain. For the greatest victory is the integrity of our own mind and living in accordance with one's own values, a process that is sacred and can be achieved not by compromising another one's well-being. Waldo Emerson Ralph dit le vrai succès vient dans le développement d'un caractère fort basé sur vos propres principes, pas en faisant du mal aux autres. La victoire le plus grande est l'intégrité de votre esprit, votre personne, et en vivant en accordance avec vos valeurs élevées, un processus qui est vraiment sacré et qu'on ne peut pas le compromettre à tout prix, ni la réaliser en compromettant le bien-être des autres. Victory won at the expenses of others is a hollow one. It lies in external gain and validation than in internal consistency and principle. Victory at the expense of others only indicates you have not mastered your purpose and instead trying to possess what belongs to others. La victoire à tout prix, surtout lorsque les autres sont en peine, en douleur, en chagrin à cause de ta victoire, est une indication que tu n'as pas trouvé ton chemin, ta raison d'être. Sinon, pourquoi chercher ce qui appartient aux autres? Simplement parce que vous n'avez pas trouvé votre vraie mission. With these words of wisdom, let us have the jingle and the commercial break. And of course, we will quickly look at what the book of the day has to teach us. It's coming from Sri Sri Ravi Shankar on leadership. Jingle and the commercial break, please.
Every great career begins with a dream. At CHIANGONG Hair, Beauty and Fashion School and Academy, dreams are shaped into skills, and skills into global success. For more than 40 years, in the heart of Douala in Cameroon, one name has defined beauty, wellness, and hair fashion. Since 1984, CHIANGONG has been more than a school. It is a legacy, a place where creativity meets discipline, where passion becomes profession, and where tomorrow's beauty leaders are made. Here, learning is built on practice. Every braid, every twist, every stroke, each one builds mastery.
Today at the CHIANGONG Hair Beauty and Fashion School and Academy, where we train children first to be aware of these industrial opportunities, these job opportunities that are lying out for them, and to mentally prepare them to occupy them. We have programs that build them with the competence to be able to fit in these industries when they leave our schools very competently anywhere they find themselves in the world. And thank God we have them in Canada, we have them in the United States, we have them in France, that's in Europe, in England, and all over in Africa.
Students don't just learn styles, they learn professionalism, confidence, and service excellence. Our hands-on education is industry-focused, with special accommodations for international students. Our comprehensive programs include hairdressing, hair artistry, coloring and barbering for men and women, braids and rastas, chignons, wedding styles, griff, wigs and hair extensions, chemical relaxing and curly perms, etc. Beauty therapies, basic and advanced beauty therapies, facials, nail art, makeup, waxing, manicure and pedicure, body scrubs, etc. Therapeutic massages, Swedish deep sculpting, relaxation, shiatsu, reflexology, etc. Salon management and administration, cashier, sales, receptionist training, spa and well-being therapies, body toning and weight loss programs, saunas, hammams, baths, aromatherapy, holistic care. Our offers range from diploma programs to express courses for non-professionals, skill upgrades for salon owners, and evening and holiday courses for workers and students. CHIANGONG Hair, Beauty and Fashion School and Academy creates pathways for success.
My name is Jume Beltina Awane, an end of year apprentice in professional hairdressing. Today was, as friends, it wasn't easy. The process wasn't an easy one, but we thank God for the success of our end results, because this is what that matters. We thank CHIANGONG Hair, Beauty and Fashion for the patience, the learning, though it wasn't easy, but I say bravo to the school.
Our programs are internationally recognized, ranging from diplomas to professional certificates with courses like human biology, cosmetology, hygiene and skin diseases, hair and skin science, spa and salon management, etc. Students begin with strong foundations courses like basic physics and chemistry, management, law, French, English, and even sports for wellness. Then they advance into semi-professional courses like fine art, retail sales, dermatology, cosmetic science and equipment technology, etc. Each journey combines theory with practice, instructor demonstrations, professional theory courses, social skills development, fieldwork, 2 months internships, and of course exams and defenses. Whether you're a beginner, a school dropout, a stay-at-home mom, under or postgraduate, a salon owner upgrading your skills, or an international student searching for global opportunities.
Knowing that CHIANGONG Hair Beauty Academy is the best in town, I decided to let her train. One of the things that I'm really happy about is that this training can take any level of education, and I'm satisfied because my laureate has got a certificate in beauty therapy. She's also got another certificate in professional hairdressing, which means that she will be hot to market. And I'm happy, I'm satisfied with the training.
The transformation is remarkable. From self-doubt to self-confidence, students emerge with the skills and vision to change lives. CHIANGONG Hair, Beauty and Fashion School and Academy alumni lead masterclasses, open thriving salons, and redefine beauty both in Cameroon and abroad. For over 4 decades, CHIANGONG Hair, Beauty and Fashion School and Academy has safeguarded and shared the art of beauty, wellness and fashion in Africa. We have 2,000 hours in hairdressing, 600 hours in therapeutic massage, and 2,500 hours in beauty therapy. Our diploma courses are accredited under the National Vocational Qualification Certifications by the Ministry of Employment and Vocational Training. CHIANGONG Hair, Beauty and Fashion School and Academy is more than Cameroon's pride. It is using the internationally approved and certified Viva Coiffure method, a true gateway to global excellence. CHIANGONG Hair, Beauty and Fashion School and Academy, where passion becomes profession and professionals become masters. CHIANGONG Hair, Beauty and Fashion School and Academy, a vocational training center, creativity with discipline. Join the legacy. Register now. Your future in beauty, wellness and fashion begins here.
Yeah, welcome back from the commercial break and congratulations to the school and academy. We are reading from the quotes of Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, the spiritual leader of the Art of Living Foundation based in Bangalore, a great world figure and an ambassador for peace. And here his book is Leadership. Let's have the book on the screen. As a team leader, you need to create an atmosphere of trust, cooperation, a sense of belonging, and celebration. A team can't last if the focus is only productivity and profit. This is Gurudev Sri Sri Ravi Shankar. We have another quote from Gurudev. A leader is not someone who is looking for a follower. A leader creates more leaders and empowers people to move ahead. Un leader, c'est celui qui réussit à créer la confiance autour de lui. Dans un milieu corporate, il est plus important de célébrer la victoire de l'équipe et pas le seul d'un individu. La chasse à la productivité seule, sans la productivité et le profit seul, ne créera pas une grande équipe. Un leader, c'est quelqu'un qui ne cherche pas les suiveurs parce que lui, il donne aux autres la possibilité d'être des leaders de demain. A leader creates more leaders and empowers people to move ahead. Bon entendeur, salut. You just listen and you see how it applies to your life. Wherever you may be, in the kitchen, the head of a family, the chief of a department, the general manager of a corporation, a family head, the captain of a football team, whoever you are, the head of the military, the head of the state, a member of parliament, a traditional ruler. These words are meant for all of us at our different level, even the class head. If integrity becomes an innate part of one's personality, then it will be simple to lead. Si l'intégrité devient ta deuxième nature, ça sera facile pour vous d'être un leader. Keep meditating on them. A leader knows when to let go of control so that he creates more leaders, not followers. Un bon leader sait quand il faut laisser tomber pour laisser la voie à d'autres de devenir aussi des leaders, pas seulement les suiveurs. You keep listening and you meditate and see how this applies in our respective life in the different areas where we are called to be of service to our community. A good leader is well aware that the respect he gains through virtue is very different from the respect he gains through the position he enjoys. Un grand leader, c'est qu'il y a un respect qui vient lié à vos valeurs élevées, les vertus. Et il sait qu'il y a un autre respect qui vient par rapport à l'autorité que vous portez. Et Sri Sri Ravi dit, le respect qui vient par l'admiration de vos vertus est beaucoup plus grand que le respect que vous recevez, qui est basé sur l'autorité que vous commandez. Tous ces messages sont très utiles pour nous aider à différents niveaux de notre existence, différentes activités que nous sommes appelés à gérer, les responsabilités qu'on nous donne en entreprise, au niveau de la famille, même le chef de classe. Au niveau de l'école primaire, c'est une culture et c'est des valeurs qu'on va développer progressivement parce que progressivement, on peut créer une société dans laquelle tout le monde est leader et tout le monde est suiveur à la fin de la journée. And this blessing comes at the end when everybody is a leader and everybody is a follower, because this makes a beautiful community where we all live like a family. Let us get the jingle, and of course, we will visit the therapist. Meeting the therapist is always announced with the knock on the door. As we develop more on shadows, I want to remind all those who send messages on the number on your screen 681-903-000. Je me rappelle à tous ceux qui ont besoin d'assistance thérapeutique, qui ont besoin de participer dans cette émission, d'assister dans cette émission, d'utiliser les numéros sur l'écran, le 681-903-000. Envoyez les messages par SMS ou par WhatsApp et on va revenir vers vous. J'accepte des musiciennes également qui peuvent passer sur la phase musicale de cette émission s'ils chantent des musiques apaisantes, spirituelles, élevantes. Vous pouvez aussi me contacter sur ces numéros et je vais vous auditionner et vous programmer selon le thème de votre musique. Les messages doivent être élevants, spirituels, thérapeutiques. Et le son et le style musical doit être apaisant et relaxant. C'est très important. Les chorales sont aussi de bienvenus. Donc, j'aimerais que ça soit plus riche, plus varié, le plateforme des Shadows. So, platform of Shadows inviting musicians and talented persons who may want to take part on the program. You reach me on the number. I will audition you. Your music must be spiritual, elevating. The text and the message must be healing and elevating. So if that is your case and you have this talent, we can show you case on the programs to make shadows richer and more varied. Then of course, as we meet the therapies, we want to remind all of you that you can have other programs of shadows on the BT Media Group Facebook page, on Shadows by Emmanuel CHIANGONG Facebook page, and also on Emmanuel CHIANGONG Facebook page and Viva Coiffure YouTube. You will have many spiritual and healing messages and videos and podcasts on the Viva Coiffure page where you can get healing messages and psychological assistance from the different topics we have been treating for all through my career as a therapist. Meet the therapists from the psychological point of view, those with the tendency to win at all costs and mostly at the expense of others, are mentally nourished from the dark triads of the personality. Les études scientifiques en psychologie ont permis de voir que les personnes qui veulent gagner à tout prix et qui sont méprisantes des conséquences de leur victoire sur leur communauté et leur entourage, c'est des personnes qui ont une certaine caractéristique en termes de type de personnalité, en termes de troubles de personnalité. Leur classification se trouve entre les machiavéliques, les narcissistiques, les psychopathes et les sadistiques. So generally, from the psychological perspective, when we classify personality types, those who have been, in course of history, in time, victims of success at all costs, without looking at the consequences on their surrounding and the people, are the Machiavellics, the narcissistics, the psychopathic, and the sadistic. In the Machiavellic, we have manipulative, calculative, no moral, self-interest are also called exploitative, and no empathy. These are the type of tendencies. And then, of course, with the narcissistic, there's a high sense of entitlement, disregard, abuse of boundaries, and self-aggrandizement. And with the psychopathic, we have lack of empathy, callousness, antisocial behavior. And with the sadistic, there is derived pleasure from inflicting pain. So you may have these tendencies. There are many reasons why we come to this. We have been looking at trauma processing in different therapeutic situations, and we look at the traumas that children go through when they grow and how those traumatic experiences later on, when they are not processed, can make them fall into this category by no fault of theirs. And as therapeutic assistants, we bring this knowledge to light so that you can start examining your own case and understand why people around you complain, and you may be more receptive to psychological assistance. Donc, lorsqu'on décrit ces types de personnalités, les machiavéliques sont manipulatifs, calculatifs, n'ont pas de morale, toujours l'intérêt personnel, et ils sont là pour exploiter sans empathie les autres. Les narcissistiques ont un sens de grandiosité très élevé, manque de regard, abus des autres et toujours le moi, l'admiration de moi et l'acclamation des autres. Les psychopathes manquent d'empathie, très, très indifférente aux douleurs des autres et antisocial. Et bien sûr, le sadistique, il gagne de plaisir dans la souffrance des autres. Ce type de personnalité n'est pas toujours loin de nous. Ça peut être moi, ça peut être vous. Lorsqu'on débat ça en thérapie, c'est pourquoi vous vous examinez. Peut-être vous pouvez comprendre pourquoi les gens se plaignent de vous tout le temps. Essayez de voir si vous vous retrouvez avec cette tendance. Je sais qu'il est différent pour nous d'entrer dans, de regarder notre ombre. It's difficult for us to look at our shadows. But you know, in meditative times, everybody goes into the corridor where they meet their shadow, and you may be comforted by this discussion if you watch the program to be able to know that it may not be totally your fault what happened in the past, but it is your fault if you don't look for help now. Peut-être le passé n'est pas votre faute, peut-être vos problèmes d'enfance vous ont mis dans ces situations, mais ça devient votre faute si vous ne cherchez pas l'aide d'un thérapeute pour sortir de ça. Une chose est certaine, vous serez quelqu'un de plus heureux, plus utile avec votre communauté, et vous serez beaucoup plus dégagé et plus utile pour vous-même et pour les autres. We are always happier when we are aided through therapy. It is very important. People with these triads prioritize their own self-interest above all else. Willing to manipulate, deceive, exploit others, show lack of empathy or remorse to achieve goals, unhealthy competitiveness, unethical behavior, stress, damaged relationships, fear of losing, and always in search of external validation. Alors vous allez voir cette personne qui n'a pas de sentiments pour les douleurs des autres, qui veut amasser beaucoup plus qu'il peut consommer, qui veut toujours piétiner les autres, étendre ses frontières, même si c'est en prenant ce qui appartient aux autres. Cette personne qui peut utiliser son intelligence, pas pour construire, mais pour manipuler les autres à être des victimes et rester toujours en position inférieure, complexée, qui donne par des moyens très manipulatifs l'impression que c'est lui qui maîtrise tout, qui connaît tout et que ce n'est pas donné à tout le monde de faire ce qu'il lui fait. Et nous disons que vous pouvez vous libérer de ça. C'est une forme de cercle vicieux de prison dans laquelle vous vous trouvez parce que si vous regardez bien, vous n'êtes pas épanoui et vous ne pouvez pas célébrer la beauté, la bonté de ce monde qui vous entoure. Des fois, on doit se retrouver toujours avec les nôtres ou loin de notre environnement pour être heureux. Et ça, ce n'est pas une vie. La terre s'y offre beaucoup plus de bonheur que ça. Vous devez en profiter. Il est important pour vous de réfléchir sur les éléments qu'on vient de développer avec le thérapeute et de dire que si vous êtes toujours en situation de compétition, toujours en situation de conflit, de vouloir gagner, de vouloir mener, d'être le meilleur, d'être le numéro un, si votre comportement ne respecte aucune éthique et que si vous avez constaté que vous êtes toujours stressé, toujours anxieux, que vous avez des troubles dans vos relations interpersonnelles, la vie avec ceux qui vous entourent n'est pas détendue, n'est pas relaxe. Il y a toujours la suspicion, le manque de confiance. Si vous constatez que vous vivez beaucoup plus dans la peur de perdre et que vous êtes trop conscient de ce que les autres disent de vous, de l'extérieur, et que vous ne cherchez pas plus ce que votre besoin interne sollicite, sachez que vous avez besoin de clocher, de sonner la cloche pour rencontrer le thérapeute. Il s'agit de tout aspect de notre vie, tout métier que nous faisons. Il s'agit de toute personne qui s'appelle l'être humain. Il s'agit de différents âges de notre vie. Il n'y a aucun moment qu'on est épanoui. We are called at all ages, in all professions, at all situations in our life to do this self-evaluation. And if you find yourself heavily wanting, please don't hesitate to hit on the bell and let the therapist receive you. Ces personnes ont tendance à être vindictives, c'est-à-dire toujours se venger pour booster son estime de soi. Je demande que nous allons tous dans un voyage spirituel, une retraite dans le shadows, pour une retraite d'évaluation de soi. Let us go, all of us, into a spiritual retreat for self-examination to see what are our personal drives. Quelles sont nos motivations internes? Ils viennent de quoi? Ils sont activés par quoi? Ils visent quoi? What are these motivations activated by? What activates them? And what are they driving at? What are the motivations for our actions? What are the dominant examples that we show around to our children in terms of what we build as the future generation? Quels sont les comportements dominants que nous avons devant nos enfants pour réfléchir sur quel avenir nous voulons construire pour notre pays? Et bien sûr, how as parents and caregivers have we nourished and enhanced these poisons consciously and unconsciously, even through telephone conversations in front of our children? En tant que les parents, en tant que ceux qui s'occupent des bébés, en tant que ceux qui élèvent la famille, comment est-ce qu'on a transmis ces poisons qui est nos défauts de caractère à nos enfants, consciemment et inconsciemment? Les conversations sur le téléphone. Des fois, notre mécontentement, notre côté sale est ventilé dans la conversation à haute voix, les cris et la colère dans la maison. Même les bébés, les enfants sont autour de nous, ils suivent et ils commencent à s'adapter à ce caractère. Ils commencent à nous voir comme une source d'inspiration. Comment est-ce qu'on est devenu? Est-ce qu'on va faire en sorte que nos enfants deviennent ainsi? Comment peut-on commencer le voyage de retour? How can we start the journey backwards? How can we make the turn? Comment faire demi-tour et commencer à faire le voyage de retour? This is the question we are rounding up. It is not obvious for you to look into your shadows, to look at your shadows. It is not obvious for us to encounter those dark areas in our lives that we have hurt so many people with that we are not having the courage. We don't judge as therapists. We will travel you through those and you realize that yours was not the worst. But the freedom that comes when we detach from these internal pressures connected to the lifestyles we have led, it's so wonderful that it's all but hallelujah. Every time one sinner repents, there is joy in heaven. À chaque fois qu'un péché repentit, il y a la gloire dans le ciel. It is very welcoming to know that we have come to the discussion on victory this Friday evening as we prepare to get into the meditation for victory and to encourage us to go into this self-evaluation retreat. Nous nous encourageons d'entrer dans cette évaluation de soi, cette retraite spirituelle de l'évaluation de soi, de méditer sur qui nous sommes et ce que représente notre mission et comment cela impacte ceux qui sont autour de nous. Gradually, slowly, let us come to the phase of our retreat as we meditate, listening to this beautiful flute sound. Wherever you may find yourself at this moment, just relax and be in the presence of who you are. Meditation is listening deep within you for God to speak to you. La méditation, c'est l'écoute profonde pour que la voix de Dieu t'oriente. Détendez-vous et souriez et aimez ce que vous êtes en train de faire. Aimez ce que vous êtes. Aimez où vous vous trouvez. Aimez le moment-ci. Just love what you are doing. Love where you are. And of all, love who you are unconditionally. Inspirez profondément et expirez tout doucement, en vous libérant de tous les stress et les angoisses. Breathe in deeply, fill your lungs, and let the air flow out slowly, slowly, as you relieve all your stress and your anxiety. Listen to the music and let the sounds carry you to distant places. Écoutez le son, la beauté de cette mélodie. Laissez les ailes vous amènent dans les distances lointaines. Laissez-vous emporter. Ne résistez pas. Smile and let the beauty of this moment be your victory. Souris et laissez la victoire de ce moment devenir votre beauté. Souris, laissez la beauté de ce moment devenir votre victoire. Smile and let the victory of this moment be your beauty. Release your shoulder and flow with the sound. And from the bottom of your heart, let your original love come to the surface and visit those around you. As you slowly, gradually, be aware of yourself, releasing yourself from the music, and slowly come to the end of the meditation. Thank you for being with us this once more time, and thank the team at the technical desk, Desley and Christian, for the beautiful job bringing shadows to you. Rendezvous on Sunday at 8 p.m. for another rebroadcast of the story Victory on Shadows. And don't hesitate to visit EMMANUEL CHIANGONG Facebook page, visit Viva Coffee YouTube page, and visit BT Media Group page on Facebook for all the programs on shadows. And call the number on your screen, or send a message by WhatsApp on the number on your screen and SMS for all your needs in mental health assistance and psychosocial support. You remain blessed.